Hello everyone. Can everybody hear me all right? Welcome to the Airbus cockpit. My first Airbus flight on the VATSIM network. I'd like to welcome you all to this yet another live stream here on the AviationPro channel, trying to make a VATSIM flight with the Airbus. As you know, I'm very new to Airbus and I need your help basically, especially if you're an Airbus fan. So let me know how the audio sounds, guys, if it's all coming through okay. Looks like we already got some people in. Patrick, Captain Aaron, Alfred. Is the audio quality okay for now? Of course, there's no ATC yet, so at least my own voice and then the engine sounds, or well, the cockpit sounds in the back. Yeah, reach you 5x5. Thanks very much. I hope you're all doing well. So I'm gonna make a flight from Edinburgh to Amsterdam tonight. I expected some ATC here at Edinburgh. Actually, there was a booking for approach tonight, but yeah, of course, then what happens is that they remove it last minute, just when I want to start the live stream. So we'll see what happens. I think in Amsterdam there will be ATC usually, so that will be nice. Audio okay? Okay. Hello, Bert, Philip. Yep, I'm just alone this time. No multi-crew. Yeah, of course that's not always possible. So we got busy schedules as well. So that's not always easy to line up with each other. Julian, good evening. Yassine, Nellis, 24. Yeah, Edinburgh. I have to use my Scottish accent. Anyways, I hope you're all doing well. And so again, from Edinburgh to Amsterdam, let me show the flight plan real quick, and then we'll go through the FMC setup procedure. And if I make any mistakes, this is kind of the setup of this video. If you really see me having problems or struggling with something, just feel free to use the chat and then help me out and you know, share your knowledge, because I bet there are a lot of you out there that are actually much more familiar with the Airbus. So. First of all, just to take it through the flight plan, if everything works. Yeah, it works brilliantly. Actually, internet was, you know, kind of having problems the last couple of days right here, but I'm glad it all solved out. Vali, hello, Daniel, airplane channel. So a lot of people coming in. So as you can see, easy 6925 from Edinburgh to Amsterdam. We got 138 passengers on board and 4 children, and we're gonna take about 5.5 tons of fuel with us. I've loaded that already in the airplane, or I think I have. What else do we got? So we expect to take off from runway 24 here at Edinburgh, and then we have a nice route, of course, traveling across the North Sea. So we have the Tala departure, and then we eventually end up all the way at Lamso at Amsterdam, and I think at Amsterdam we're gonna land runway 06, so I'm not sure exactly. So in terms of weather is fine. This flight plan was already created a few hours ago. This might be a little bit outdated already, but wind 260 degrees 5 knots Edinburgh, QNH 1023 was the latest. Temperature's quite cold, as you can see, it's just 7 degrees. And then at Amsterdam, wind is kind of from the north, good visibility, few clouds, but also getting quite cold, temperature 13 and dew point 11. So yeah, as you can see, we'll have a pretty smooth flight, I think. Some more people coming in, as you can see. Welcome in, everybody from Switzerland, Finland. As always, we have an international audience. Did the co-pilot jump off the plane? No. We just you know, if you make a flight on VATSIM using FlightSim, most of your flights are actually single crew. So yeah, which is a bit more hard work, especially if you're live streaming, but it's doable. Roberto, good evening to you. Perfect Scottish accent. Yeah, I have to try my best at that. Edinburgh. Anyways. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. Sunny is also enjoying a nice flight to Amsterdam tonight. Very nice. I hope you have a good flight too. All right. What do we have? Let's plan the flight then. So I'll just open up here the routes that we have planned for today. And let's see how this works. Again, this is going to be maybe the second time I'm actually programming the FMC. You know, I did make some flights, but just flying without really any FMC programming. So let's see how that works out. Norway, Ireland, that's good to hear, guys. Welcome in, everybody. I'm not sure how many people we got watching right now, but I'm glad you all joined in. So, as you can see, Dropbox is kind of freaking me out. We are flying via Tala, Natep, Oscar Tango Romeo, Dolas, and then Lamso. So, let's see and check out the Airbus FMC, or MCDU I should say, right? That's the first mistake that I'm making. MCDU. So let me zoom in a little bit actually. The FMC itself, or MCDU itself, yeah, I'm really used to Boeing, aren't I? Okay, so I did not export a route in PFPX. I'm actually not sure how if that was already working, so I'm just gonna plug it in all manually. So I guess we're just gonna be flying from Edinburgh to Amsterdam like this. Alright, no routes. Okay, that's okay. Flight number, we're going to be EasyJet, so Easy 6925. Cost index, I think I've set 30. Cruise flight level and temperature. Then I have to look at my flight plan. So I can show you as well. I think they want the top of climb temperature then, I guess, right? That would make most sense, or do they want the average temperature or something? I think they want top of climb temperature right there. So that would be flight level 370 minus 51 degrees centigrade. It's kind of like the ISO deviation in the Boeing. So 370 minus 51. Again, I'm guessing. If I'm making a mistake, feel free to let me know, of course. What else we got? Athens, good evening. Alright, so what's next? Init request or IRS init? I think the IRS is already aligned. I loaded the, you know, the, what was it? The state where you just take over the aircraft from the previous crew. So I think, let's see, IRS init. I think IRS is fine. We don't have to align it or anything. Wind, climb wind. Oh, we have to put in the climb wind, so would you put here the top of climb, I guess? The wind at top of climb, that would make most sense. Which in this case is 285 at 038. 038. Oh, wait a minute. And then another slash. Yeah, I think it's flight level 370 then. I'm not sure. Oh, it should fill out the temperature itself. Really? Is it true? Oh, I guess this kind of just works. You can just enter different altitudes. Yeah, I don't have that information here with me. Exactly. Yeah, I could use Active Sky for that maybe. Maybe I can open up Active Sky and check out. But then again, it's not really that accurate. So I think I'm just gonna skip this most of the part. Or maybe we can actually just request wind data. That's actually a good one. Can we request wind? I'm not sure if it's actually connected to Active Sky or not. Is something gonna happen right now? Oh, there we go. Something is loading up. I'm not sure if it's exactly the same what I entered. Next phase. Okay, cruise wind. Okay, let's request. Then it should come up with some winds, right? I would think so. Like via the ACARS function. It doesn't come up with anything. I'm not sure if this is actually working on this airplane. I think you really need the connection with Active Sky for this. So that's my first problem with the Airbus. Getting in the wind information. I could plug it in all manually, but I'm not going to do that, I think. So this is the init page. This is all filled out. So what I like about Boeing is that you can just go to the next phase of the FMC setup procedure or MCDU setup procedure, but right here we can't. Ground temperature, I guess we have to enter that. So where can we read the temperature? Good question. Oh, here. True air temperature. It's actually 7 degrees Celsius. Just put here 7. Tropopause height, I have not checked it out. Just gonna assume that it's correct. So where do we go from here? So the init, I guess we just want to put in some performance and flight plan. Liverpool. Good evening. There's some more people joining in. Glad you could come in, everybody. If you're an Airbus expert, make sure you help me out. Yeah, I did check out ATC memes. I know that that video has been shared here, which is quite fun. Okay. Anything else? Ah, there we go. That's the init. Ah, there we go. So right here we can enter some more information. Taxi, trip time, 0 fuel weight. It will enter that itself. Block fuel is 5.5. Ah, there we go. That's the fuel prediction. Alternate time. I think my alternate fuel was 1.6. Not sure if I actually loaded enough fuel. Of course I did everything using PFPX. We have, okay, so I'm gonna try to interpret that. Yeah, I was wondering as well to just fill in the flight plan first instead of perf, just like in the Boeing. That would actually make more sense because then you have the actual data. Is there a delay on the audio? Let me know if that's the case. Okay, so route reserve alternate 1.6, final destination, extra time. Okay, I think it should be fine. I think we just can load up the flight plan right now. So we can select the departure. This I still remember. So we're gonna depart from runway 24, and we have the Tala 6 Charlie, if that's correct. Yeah, Tala 6 Charlie. And that's it, right? So we want to insert that. Yeah, that seems to work. So let me check the navigation display. See if it actually is entered something. Yeah. So I can cross-check that later. And then I guess we can just fill in the rest of the flight plan, right? That would make most sense. So we go via Tala. Oh yeah, this is what I wonder how to. Let's see. Tala. From Tala, we're gonna fly via Yankee 96 to Natep. So this is pretty much similar to Boeing, although it's the way you enter it is a bit different. Then Lima 602 to Oscar Tango Romeo. Lima 90 to Dolas. Lima 603 to Lamso. There we go. That's already the last waypoint. Mic place. I'm actually using the joystick. The yoke is in front of me, but I'm not using it. I'm just using it for the buttons. But I've actually configured the joystick right here, as you can see. So I've set an autopilot disconnect button. I think the front button, if I'm not mistaken, is actually the push to talk button on the real aircraft. So I've set that as a push to talk button right here. Okay, let's hit insert. Just gonna cross check if that's all right. Yeah, it seems to be okay. Dolas, stop with descent, Lamso. And let's select an arrival already. So expect we have ILS 06. via the LAMSO to alpha. Okay. Insert. So let's see how that works out. Okay, what's happening here? Flight plan. Just want to make sure it's all correct. Sugol. Yeah, and then we'll probably. Oh, how can we? Do we have to use the clear function? There we go. Yeah. So after Sugol, we'll just assume we get a direct, but if we're lucky, we'll get vectors by ATC, or otherwise we'll get vectors ourselves. So, guys, that was the basic flight plan, I guess. I'm flying the A319 indeed. How long will take it? Will take it's about 1 hour. So the departure time, as you can see, is 18:45. Hey, we got a nice super chat from GJ Gaming. I've been watching your videos for a long time. Just want to say thank you for all the help in my aviation knowledge. Thank you. And thanks to you for your kind support and donation to the channel. It's very much appreciated. And I hope you can learn from this video as well. You know, I think watching someone struggle trying to operate the systems of this airplane and then seeing how it works out will actually be great fun and useful, hopefully. So, thanks very much for your kind support. What else do we got? So far so good, right? Bert, yeah. The flight plan is in there. We just have to cross-check it in a minute. There's no ATC, so we don't really have to rush. And I was talking about the departure time is 18:45 Zulu. It's actually the same time as the real-world flight departs. So you can also check Flight Radar 24 to see if we can keep up with the real-world flight. It would of course be very nice. Okay, now flight plan is good. Okay, what else? Thank you, Niels. Yeah. Hey, Ricard. Welcome in. Perf page. Yes, I was thinking so. So what do we have to do here? Can we just bat format? Okay. Does it calculate the v-speed itself? I did calculate some v-speeds using PFBX. But is there also a function to calculate it properly? Yeah, if you can become ATC right here, then make sure you join in. That would be very nice. So, let's see. Takeoff shift. I'm really not sure what to do here. Flaps 1 takeoff, I guess. Oh yeah, there we go. That's right. So we have V1138. I'm just gonna write that down for myself. 138 rotate 130. Sorry, rotate 132. V2 136. That's kind of similar as my. I did calculate for the A320, so it seems to be okay. It will set speed. Yeah, all right. Flex temperature. Let's see. It gave here 68 degrees. It's not fully accurate again because I'm using the A320 profile for this. So it did set a flex temperature right now, and I also learned from the previous video that I have to put the throttle to flex instead of toga, otherwise it goes to max thrust. So this is all alright, right? Flap retraction speed is 143, slats is 182, and then clean is 197. Okay, makes sense. Transition altitudes, good question. Let me quickly look up the departure chart. I'm not gonna use an checklist, by the way, because I've not printed any checklist out, and I usually like to do that. So yeah, I'm just gonna improvise a little bit. So transition altitudes right here. You can look with me. As you can see, it's 6,000 feet, so that's correct. Next phase. Climb is managed. I think this is all fine, right? Yeah, there's a huge delay with the chat. Oh yeah, that's correct. Maybe some of the chat is actually behind the rear camera view. Oh, flap setting needs to be 2. Oh, good. Okay, that's the standard then. flaps 2. It will give us some new V speeds. So V1 is 126, rotate is 128. I believe what you guys are saying, right? 132. Okay. So flaps 2 standard, flaps retraction speeds are pretty much the same, right? Yeah. Okay. So flaps are now set to. Thanks for that correction, guys. All the other phases are just managed and should be okay, right? Approach. All right. So let me just quickly check. First, gonna send this message and gonna check the METAR of Amsterdam and of Edinburgh. So Edinburgh is currently 270 degrees 4 knots. Cav OK, temperature 14, dew point 8. Oh, that's weird. Why is the temperature? Let me just quickly check whether the active sky is actually working properly. Huh. That's weird. Temperature is way different. Anyway, Amsterdam, wind 320 degrees 7 knots. QNH 1022. Yeah, weather has not changed that much. So I'm gonna enter here 1022, I guess. Of course, you want the temperature to be correct for all these calculations. Let me open the chat up again. Temperature is then, let's see, what was it at Amsterdam? 15. Oh, 15. The wind was 320 degrees 7 knots. Ah, we got ground to line, that's very nice. So we have some ATC at least. 320 degrees 07 knots. Oops. Transition flight level. Yeah, it's probably like weird that you have to enter an actual altitude. Approach speed is 130. Standard 125 correction. And how do we calculate the minimums? Oh, we just put them in manually, of course, so we can just put it in right here. Well, I guess we'll just save that for the approach. So, what else do we got? Some more discussion on flaps. Only flaps 2 is for for a short runway. Okay. I don't mind. It could be either, right? So I've now selected flaps 2, which of course is going to increase lift, but okay. So I guess we're pretty much done. So again, I'm not sure about the wind data. I've not really entered that properly. Progress. Did we get any more information right here? No. Yeah, we got a different optimum altitude. Slightly different. Performance should be okay then. Init should also be okay. That's all entered. Flight plan has been entered as well. Fuel prediction. Okay, that's all good to go, I guess. Right? So if I missed anything, let me know. Then I can still change it before we start up the departure procedure. Minimums are on the approach start. Yeah. Niels, enter your trim in the perf page next to the flap setting. Otherwise your V speeds will be off. Oh, that's a good one. Next to the flap. So what should that trim setting be? I think it's already in there, right? I can do a right click on the button. It should already be there. The one next to the flaps. I think it's already in there, right? Yeah, it can be entered. Yeah, I'm not sure what trim value to enter then. So, I guess it's okay. If it's not, let me know. Yeah, so that's auto set it. Alright, so that's good to go. Now, so I think the basic FMC stuff is done. Let's see what happens. Let's take a look outside as well. As you can see, it's kind of a nice evening departure, I guess. And then I guess we'll be contacting ground shortly. Let me first start up the APU. So we'll go back to the overhead panel. Let's see, let's take a look at those lights right here. Nav and logo are on. Yeah, that's correct. So I'll start the APU. Right. I'm just gonna turn all these pumps on. I'm not exactly sure how that all works. But I do want to start the APU to get rid of the ground power eventually. And I can let them prepare for pushback and departure. Oh yeah, I have to call it MCDU, or FMCDU even. Alright. Yeah, takeoff flaps. De-icing? No, we don't need that right now. I think we're gonna push back to the left, if I'm not mistaken. No, to the right, actually. Yeah, I'm not sure what's happening with the weather. It should be 14 degrees, but it says 7 degrees right here, so I'm not sure why that is. Active sky does seem to be connected, so it's just giving some different weather for some reason. Okay. One other thing I want to ask to anyone who knows, somehow on the Aerosoft Airbus this rudder trim is always set to left 20 all the way. I'm not sure why that is. So I have to put it back at 0. The reset knob doesn't work for some reason. So I guess it's good to, if anyone knows why that is. Yeah, flaps 1 more than enough probably, that's true. You know what, let's set flaps 2 then, or 1, sorry. Because otherwise we're rocketing out of the sky and we don't want that. So we have our original free speeds of 130, 132 and 136. Okay? Okay, now let's take a look at the Edinburgh grounds. There's no ATIS information. We are at stand number 8, as you can see. And I presume the APU has started right now. Let's take a look at the electrical page. Yeah, APU generator has started. Do I need to click any more buttons? Oh yeah, it should take over automatically, right? If I don't want to make the mistake now of losing power. That would be a shame. So if I disconnect external power right now, I'm not going to lose. It will take over automatically like in the 777, right? And if that's okay, then we'll ask some clearance from the controller. Easy is, oh yeah, their standard operation procedure, okay. Oh yeah, I was wondering as well about the APU bleed. Where is that again? Anti-ice pressure. Oh, here. So that does need to be turned on. So we do have some packs right now. Good call. Yeah, normally I say you have to know the airplane well before you fly on VATSIM. So it's a bit risky right now. But I guess we'll be fine. So I'm gonna disconnect the external power right now, right? Because the APU generator should take over automatically then. Yeah. Yeah, that worked. I was kind of scared that it would all shut down and lose my flight plan, but it works. Alright guys, let's get the aircraft going. We got 14 minutes till departure time, so I'm gonna tune ground 12175, and we'll ask some ATC clearance for a flight to Amsterdam. Just was checking if my button was working. And let me know, by the way, if you can hear the ATC all right. Make sure that the setup is all good to go. Of course, it would be a shame if you cannot hear the ATC properly. So let me know. Okay. Runway 24 and then Tala 6 Alpha. That's what we can expect. Or 6 Charlie actually, maybe. Edinburgh ground, good evening, easy 6925, Airbus A319, stand number 8, requesting clearance to Amsterdam. I hope he heard us. ATC is perfect, good. It should work. You guys can hear me, right? So Edinburgh ground, easy 6925. Why doesn't he hear me? Maybe I need to use this button. Edinburgh ground, good evening, easy 6925, radio check.
Easy 6925, Edinburgh ground, visibility 5.
Easy 6925, thank you very much. Requesting clearance to Amsterdam, stand number 8, we're an Airbus A319, easy 6925.
Easy 6925, cleared to Amsterdam. Tower 6 Charlie departure, squawk 0432, QNH 1023.
Clear to Amsterdam, Tala 6 Charlie departure, runway 24, squawk 0432, and QNH 1023, easy 6925.
Easy 6925, read that correct.
Okay, so we can set the squawk code here. 0432. Nice. So apparently my button is set up wrong, but I got a backup button, so that's okay. We have the Tala 6 Charlie departure. Just want to make sure that's indeed correct. Departure 06. Sorry. Erase. Departure 24. Let's see. How can I make sure that I have the correct departure right now? No, the MCP unfortunately does not work with the Airbus. I think you really need the other one for that. They do have a separate, CP flight does have a separate one for the Airbus, but the Boeing version will not work with this one, unfortunately. Okay, so let's take a look. I just want to cross-check if my departure is okay. So I'm just wondering, how can we... I cannot select this one anymore for some reason. Oh, Tala 6 Charlie. Ah, there we go. Yeah, it's in there. So let's just do a little bit of a departure briefing. So anyone who just came in, the flight's just about to get started. I struggled for half an hour to get the FMC going and the aircraft in general. But we're almost ready to go now. So we'll push back. We'll push back to the right, facing the left right here. We'll taxi to runway 24. And I'll just show you the ground chart and show you where we're parked. So we'll push back onto taxiway Foxtrot, the taxi to the end, and then we'll continue via taxiway Alpha all the way to runway 24. Once arrived there, we're gonna fly the Tala 6 Charlie departure. So just gonna cross-check with the FMC here. I'm gonna climb straight ahead to Uniform Whiskey, then left turn to fly the 345 radio of Tala, and then we eventually end up at Tala, and then we continue our route. We have to be at Tala at 6,000, and that restriction is indeed in the FMC, or MCDU, I'm sorry. Okay, so that's in there. In case of a failure before V1, we'll abort the takeoff, and we'll set the auto brake to max right on this one. Doesn't work, doesn't have an RTO function. Anything after V1, we'll just continue the takeoff, and we'll climb to, let's see what the minimum safe altitude here is, 4,100. So we'll just climb to 6,000 feet and then direct to Tala, and then we'll see from there how we deal with the situation. Okay, so let me get a sip of coffee. I do have to use the mouse a lot, which is indeed a bit of a shame that the MCP doesn't work, my CPU flight. Okay, let me check. I want to disconnect everything. So this is the Aerosoft, like the ground services can be accessed here. You disconnect the ground power, you disconnect the other stuff. There we go. Pushback is done by the GSX. Alright guys, let me know if I forgot anything important. Yeah, so auto brake max is indeed correct. APU is doing fine. Okay. Of course, if you would have a checklist right now, yeah, I don't have one printed, but I'm just gonna check the overhead panel, just column by column. That always works. So we have a nice IRS. That's all good to go. GPWS systems, we don't have to touch anything of that. I don't think so. Yeah, we're ready to release parking brakes when ready. Generators will take over manually. Then we have the APU running. We'll get the beacon light on. This is all good to go, right? Seat belts might be nice. Turn them on. And there's some more buttons up here. Where's the exit lights armed, I hope? Yeah, that's all armed. Okay. That seems to work. Yeah, the beacon is on. Anything else? From here on we just can start the engines, right? Basically during pushback. So, just to recap, we'll have to put this switch to ignition start, and then just flip this switch and the engines will start, right? I hope so. We still got a few more minutes until departure. Once we got the clearance for pushback, I'll also make sure that the transponder is on to mode Charlie. Now we got Edinburgh Tower as well, so we'll make sure that is tuned in. And yeah, switch to engine start mode under fuel cutoff switches, and then it should be good to go. It's engine 1 first on the easy. Oh, that's interesting to know. I'm not sure what the logic for that on the Airbus is precisely, but I think we're good to go. So let me see, can I actually enable flight director? Yeah. Ooh, what's happening here? What just happened to the display? See that? I did something wrong, I guess. I have to use this mode. Nav. And of course there's no toga button, right? There's no real toga button. Arm the spoilers. So how do we arm the spoilers? Do we just pull it? Oh, there we go. Yeah. So anything I need to arm for takeoff? Oh yeah, there's no toga button because again, if you put it to flex, it will just go into toga, right? So the heading button is indeed clicked. And vertical speed then? Or altitudes? Oh no, we want to push it, right? We just want to go climb mode, or do we want to use vertical speed? I think we just want to do climb mode for now, I guess. So, anything else I missed, guys? We got 3 more minutes until we need to push back, so... I guess we're good to go. We'll see how during takeoff it performs. It will be weird for me to fly with the stick right here, but I guess we'll be fine. Do I need to arm the auto throttle, by the way, or anything? Oh, that's VNAV. Okay, so VNAV is actually when you push the vertical speed button. That's interesting, not the altitude. So what is climb? What's the difference between climb mode and vertical speed then? Just wondering. I'll finish my coffee and then we'll go. So, okay. So it should all be automatic, right? Auto throttle should be off. Okay. Yeah, there's of course a little bit of a delay between the chat and what I'm requesting your help for. Yeah, I think we're good to go. There's not very strict restrictions on the routes. Just have to make sure that we don't climb above 6,000. And we'll push the vertical speed, not then. Right? Yeah, Tala 6 Charlie. Okay. I think we're ready for pushback. And then we'll just find out, guys. You know, with these kind of things, you always have to remember there's always an option to just use one of the manual modes, right? So it should be no problem. Oh, yeah. See, I do have to push the altitude, so climb. That makes more sense. That's what I did in the Boeing versus Airbus video as well, I think. So, 18:45, on-time departure. Coffee is finished, so we're good to go. Let's ask for pushback. See if there's any other traffic next to me. I think there was a KLM 737. Yeah, probably heading for Amsterdam as well. I'll just get the ground chart in front of me. And we'll face towards the northeast.
Edinburgh, good evening. Easy A3 Alpha Echo. Airbus A319 start to 7 with information Tango QNH 1023. Request clearance to Luton, please.
Wait for this clearance to finish.
A3 Alpha Echo ground hello. 32 Luton, Rosan 1 Charlie departure, squawk 0472.
Yeah, thanks Niels. That makes sense.
For easy
I already noticed that last time that it automatically tells you when to put the thrust levers to climb, so that's good.
A3 Alpha Echo 0472.
So, is that finished? Not yet. 0472 for his squawk. See if he still replies, otherwise we'll just ask for pushback. Let's see.
Alpha Echo cleared to Luton via the Kusam 1 Charlie, squawk 0472.
Easy 83 Alpha Echo, is that correct?
Right. Good, we can ask pushback. An easy 6925 stand 8 to request pushback.
Easy in correction, 6925 stand 8 pushes start approved facing.
Push and start approved facing east, easy 6925. Yeah, also startup of course. Okay, there we go guys. Gonna put the transponder on. Mode Charlie is also active on vPilot, that's nice. I have the engine page open and I hope everything will be alright now. Let's see what happens. Gonna release the brakes. It doesn't work with the rudder pedals again. Yeah, I think that's a bit bullshit, to be honest. So I'm not gonna waste my time. I'll just start engine 2 first for now. Okay, we have some noise at least. We'll watch the engine instruments. We got N1 rotation. EGT is rising. Looking good so far. Yeah, which engine first probably doesn't matter that much for now. Right, available it says, so it looks like it's available, right? Okay. Pushing back nicely. It seems to be okay. So I will start engine number 1 then. Whoa, what's that noise? Sound like a ghost. I think I've heard that before on cockpit videos, but does this parking brake switch work? Yeah, it works. Starting number 1. No, I did not use checklist this time. I still want to print one, a good one. If you have any good checklists out there, feel free to share. Maybe there's one in the Aerosoft document, but what I usually find is that most checklists that you find in those kind of documents are kind of too long. Yeah, oh yeah, the PTU sounds.
Edinburgh ground, KLM 1276 requesting clearance to Amsterdam, Alpha.
Alright. Seems to have started up well.
KLM 1276.
Generators have taken over. This is all good. I think we can stop the APU, right? And then we should be good to go for taxi in short moments. So we'll just shut down the APU. Let's see, can we get some lights up here as well? I like the light switches up here, still have to find exactly where they all are. Main panel, yeah, looking good. Also, flaps 1.
Your aircraft understanding.
Oh yeah, ignition switch back to normal, good one. Thanks for that. So I guess we want to do a flight control check right now.
Roger, KLM 1276, Amsterdam, Tower 6 Charlie departure.
Flight controls, okay. There we
Tower
go.
6 Charlie departure, squawk 7320.
Elevators.
Sit down, stand, Charlie departure.
Right, ailerons, and we'll do the rudder.
Squawk 7320.
Good.
7320. Squawk 7320. KLM 1276.
Takeoff config seems to be okay.
KLM 1276, feedback.
Alright. Seems to be okay. Did I miss anything, guys? You can still tell me right now.
Good evening.
Yeah, and start mode selector is the normal. So how do we set the trim?
EV83 Alpha Echo standing.
We just actually...
It
was 0.8 up, right? So I have to do that like this, I guess. Is that correct? 0.8 up. If not, then we'll make sure that it's fixed before takeoff. As you can see, we have a nice Ryanair. We got a KLM behind us. Okay, I think we're good to go. So let's ask for taxi. We can expect taxi via Alpha. And easy 6925, request taxi.
EV 6925, taxi on point Delta 1, runway 24 by Alpha.
Taxi holding point Delta 1, runway 24 via Alpha, easy 6925. Brakes released. Yeah, packs off during departure.
Good evening,
Not sure about that. Runway is not that short, right? Unless it's normal procedure in an Airbus to put the packs off.
DG31 Papa Zoo, can you put your standard on it?
Oh, okay, interesting. The engines are spooling up quite differently.
104, easy 31 Papa Zoo.
There we go, guys.
Roger, you're showing up as standard.
Taxi lights on.
You are cleared to Gatwick, goes from 1 Charlie departure. Scope
Take it easy.
003.
No need to rush. I get the standard instrument departure chart in front of me.
In
case we do make any mistakes, we can just easily fix it, hopefully.
EV31 Papa Zulu, that correct QNH 1023.
No, we're not flying with a yoke, don't worry. That would be weird, right? Left is clear. The yoke is there just for use of some of the buttons that I programmed, so I can, for example, switch views easily. Like this, boom, center view. So we can expect an hand off the tower. There we go. So we'll be on our way shortly. I hope you're all sitting well, with your seatbelt fastened. I'm not sure how many people are watching right now. Actually, I cannot see that, but. Someone can report that would be nice. We got 138 passengers on board officially, so it would be nice if that corresponds to the live stream viewers. Okay. Do have a predictive wind shear off. Caution. Sure.
EV6925, contact tower 118.70. Bye-bye. Enjoy your flight to Amsterdam.
Over the tower 118.7, easy 6925. Thanks very much for the 8C. Bye bye. 189, that's nice. Maybe you're gonna break new records, right? Welcome in, everyone. So we are over the tower and we're ready for departure. So at least I think I am. Edinburgh Tower, good evening, easy 6925, approaching Delta 1, ready for departure.
EV 6925, good evening, Delta 1, way 24, clear takeoff, person 2403,
Flight Delta 1, clear for takeoff, runway 24, easy 6925. There we go. Right, landing lights on, strobe lights on. That is similar in any aircraft, usually. So I guess we're good to go, right? Anything else? No, I'm just gonna hope it's gonna be okay now. 200 people, wow. It's like the record that we had at landing. Runway 24 identified. We have a nice view, hopefully. Yeah. So we'll put it to flex on the throttle and then hope for the best. We don't have an approach controller, so we will not be chewed out if we do something wrong. Okay. Spooling up. I'm not sure if you have to do a similar procedure as Boeing, 40% or something. There we go. Take off. Flex. rust is set. I'm not sure about the call-outs. You can teach me during the cruise time what the call-out should be in the Airbus. Oh, this feels weird. V1 rotates. And off we go. Nav. Faster brake, gear up. Ooh. Feels very weird. This is actually not an ambidextrous joystick, so but look at that view, guys. Isn't that amazing? The hills of Scotland. Alright, we're airborne. That's good. So much stuff happening right now. I hope it's all okay. Climb. Okay. Monitor Unicorn 122.8 ET6925. Thanks for the ATC. Bye bye. So I'm gonna put the slats up right now and the flaps. Yeah, of course you could turn around autopilot right now, but I do like to kind of experience the manual flying first of all. See what it's like. So far it seems to be doing well. Although there's not much manual flying involved, of course. We're in climb mode, that's correct. Let's make sure we do not exceed. Climbing very fast though, as you can see. So make sure we do not exceed 250. There we go, guys. Look at that. Isn't that a nice view? So we'll have our turn. Okay, we have a level off altitude. I hope we can select a new altitude, just like that. And I'm gonna engage autopilot right now. Just gonna leave the throttles in climb mode, I guess. Ooh, it's pitching up very fast right now. Just gonna go straight direct to cruise altitude 370. Still in nav mode. Seems to be okay. Breaking through the cloud layer, look at that. So we can turn off the landing lights right now. Oh, they were not on in the first place. Okay, nice turn. So guys, I hope you enjoyed that takeoff. So far so good. It's maintaining 250 speed nicely. We have the flaps all up. Look at that view. Maybe I can show you a wing view right here. There's no ATC anyway. Didn't really configure the views properly. So it might look a bit unrealistic, but anyway. Should provide for a nice view. Okay, aircraft is accelerating right now. Yeah, so far it's very easy. Good idea to put the QNH to standards. Just pull it, right? Yeah. Thanks for the compliments. Ooh, that's a sharp right turn now. Look at those clouds. Very nice. Hope it will be able to make the turn properly. So, there's not much else to do actually right now, I guess. Transition altitude, yeah, that's correct. Yeah, we should have put it to standard. There's so much happening. When you see all this new information, you know, displayed to you in a totally different language than the Boeing. So it does seem to have some trouble keeping up with the flight path right here. I hope it will correct itself. It's not gonna zigzag or something. But it seems to be doing nicely. Maybe we can get a view from the first officer side. There you go. Ain't that nice? I do like the looks of the cockpit in general. I especially like the night lighting. Okay. Of course I'm zoomed in very much, so in principle this deviation from the route doesn't matter that much. Ah yeah, the weather panel. I think I'm I'm not sure if it's turned on or not. Yeah, it's all
Edinburgh
auto.
Tower, good evening, Easy HE,
Oh,
Alpha
I'm
Echo,
still on
holding
the tower.
short Delta
Yeah,
1.
I should switch to Unicom. 1228. So guys, hope you enjoyed that takeoff. I think the aircraft will do fine for now. Of course, once we arrive into Amsterdam, it's going to be a little bit more busy. So let's make sure we prepare well. Hope we're just going to make a good landing. I hope you're all doing well in the chat room. Landing lights retract. Yeah. Oh, they should be to retract instead of off. Yeah, that makes sense. Nose slides can be turned off as well, I guess. The rest of the overhead panel looks good. So, see Amsterdam, we get approach online at least, tower, ATIS, maybe center will pop up, you never know. Although it might be getting a little bit late. As we leave Scotland behind us. There we go. It was good to have some ATC at Edinburgh. Look at that view, guys, isn't that amazing? Make it go down a little bit. There we go. It looks a bit more realistic. Not sure if that wing flex is actually modeled on this airplane, but I always enjoy flying during this time of the day with a nice sunset or sunrise in the morning. So is it easier to fly Airbus by Tristan? Yeah, I'm not sure. You know, if you're used to Boeing, it seems a little bit complicated. But then again, the airplane also flies itself. But I'm kind of afraid when something goes wrong. I'm not sure what to do because the modes are way different, and you know, it's difficult to interpret what these systems do because likely what these systems do is a lot different than Boeing. So you should be a bit careful about this. You know, Boeing is very easy. Disconnect automation, fly it manually. But here it seems a bit more complicated. But you know, as you can see, it flies itself pretty much. You know, really interesting. So we'll just happily climb. Let me take a look at the progress page. If this does have a progress page, yes, it should have, right? So where can we see the information regarding our arrival? I'm wondering. Is it only on the fuel prediction page? Alright, that's changing very rapidly. We do have a nice on-time arrival. Not sure why it's changing so rapidly. But anyway, I guess we can use this one as well. Here the legs page. The different legs. We should arrive, yeah, at runway 06 pretty much at 20 UTC. So that's a nice on-time arrival. And then we'll probably have to taxi a little bit at Amsterdam, traveling towards the low-cost gates, the hotel pier. So some more ATC is popping up in the meantime, and if you want to skip this part and just want to watch the landing again, tune in at around you know, 20 UTC. I think I need to update the flight info for that. I guess we're gonna arrive a little bit earlier, so I'll change the ETA to 20 Zulu. There we go. At least that's what I expect. And let me take a look where the real flight is, by the way. It would actually be very nice if that flight has departed on time, that we have the exact same position. Right. Thanks, Richard. The chicken or the fish? Oh man, I just had fish actually tonight, so I think I'll go for the chicken this time. I had fish fingers tonight, so yeah, it was good. I can see our flight, our real world flight, is still on the ground. Actually, 6925, as you can see. Different gate. Also the new livery. I'm using the old livery. So yeah, they have not departed yet. We are on time. So I guess we've done better in the real world flight. That's nice. Okay, I'll try that cup of coffee on that table. Yeah, I know it. I think it does that automatically, right? That it comes up with a cup of coffee on the table. I think once you reach cruise phase, it will just give you a random cup of coffee. Actually, my cup of coffee, as you can see, is finished, so that's a shame. I have to do it with water at this time. Police Real 15, where are you from? From the Netherlands, that's correct. What joystick am I using? The Logitech Extreme 3D Pro joystick. Yeah, that's correct. It's a right-handed joystick again, so it feels a bit weird to fly it using the left hand, but that's okay. Hella, hello. Thank you very much. When's the next flight with Ton going to be? I'm not sure, to be honest. We'll have to see. Might take a while. So, the aircraft is performing very nicely as night falls in the UK. We will be traveling towards the night, as you know. Let's see if we can get some more wing views. This one maybe. Love the colors of the sky there. That's always beautiful. So let's see. This is the overhead panel light, right? Yeah, I think most of the lights have turned on automatically. I'm not sure if that also happens on the real aircraft. It's the navigation display. There's no weather. I know that the Aerosoft we have to arm the sporters. You can just keep them armed. We're heading to Amsterdam. Yeah, you can see it in the top. Echo Hotel Alpha Mike is Amsterdam from Edinburgh. I wonder what the frame rate will be at Amsterdam, because I'm using a heavy scenery there with Orbx the Netherlands, Amsterdam by Flight Tampa. So let's see how it will go. What do you use to control the radio panel? By Ernest. I'm using remote flight COM. So very easy on your phone. You can just you know, tune the radios. And yeah, it makes it a bit easier, otherwise you have to fiddle around in a virtual cockpit with your mouse, which is a bit irritating at times. Mike C, greetings from Ireland. You're welcome for the VATSIM tutorials, I'm glad you like them. In the meantime, we are passing flight level 310, climbing on slowly. Just kind of wondering what display is usually kept open right here. I mean, on the Boeing you would normally turn this display off. Let's see how we're doing on fuel. Seems to be okay. Yeah, seems to be okay. Make sure to update it on the lags page. We're now inbound NATEP. There we go. So, how long till landing? Yeah, about 15 minutes. So we can see on the ETA on the top of the screen that the ETA is about 2000 UTC, so that's about 15 minutes. So, as for the arrival, of course I've selected ILS runway 06. I hope that's going to be correct. Maybe I can check the ATIS on VATMap, but I'm not sure. I can easily access it. I'm not sure. Just have to wait till we're in range. I expect runway 06. From what I know, the ILS is tuned manually or automatically, right? If I'm not mistaken. Hello Nikki from Norway. Trembolek from Poland. Good evening. Glad you are on board. Press the status twice to bring up the cruise page. Which status do you mean? Oh, this one. Ah, there we go. Yeah, nice. So we have a good overview of all the systems, temperatures, engine indications, cabin altitude. Looking good. Approach is online, yeah, at Amsterdam, so that will be nice. We at least have some ATC there. See, we're now passing the coast of England. Very nice view. Can show you on that map where we are, maybe. That would be nice. Hello from Turkey. Hello to you. So, let me show you where we are. Wants to update. Does it want to update? No. Still seeing the flight radar page for some reason. Let me check. I'm not sure why it's not working. Anyway, we're now passing Newcastle upon Tyne. And we're really traveling along the coast, so we'll travel over York and Hull, and then pretty much we'll cross the North Sea and then head for Amsterdam. Should be a nice flight. You know, nice and short, not too long, which is ideal for a random Thursday night. Captain Hanno from South Africa. Oh yeah, the ground support is disarmed. Yeah, maybe that's a good idea. Just wonder whether you have to arm them at landing, or does that also happen automatically? Climbing very slowly, as you can see. Passing flight level 347. Seatbelt sign, yeah. Okay, we'll release the passengers in. There you go. Just remind me that I have to turn it back on. It's definitely something that I will forget, I guess. Okay. Oh, what's happening? That's the first time I heard that. What was that? Was that an altitude alert or something? Not sure. Czech Republic, Antarin, Dobry večer. So we're reaching our top of climb right here, as you can see here on the navigation display, displayed by this arrow. I'm not really a fan of this way of displaying that. In my opinion, the T/C of the Boeing is much more clear. But that's just me. Cockpit doors chime. Oh, they do. Do they want to bring me coffee? Unlock. Ah. Yes, please. So, oof, yeah, coffee. Nice. So this is the Aerosoft Airbus for you. Get a little bit of these extra perks, which is nice. It doesn't really add much, but I guess we have to lock the cockpit door again. Don't want to let anyone in. So that's interesting. That's how the cockpit door works. Enjoy a nice cup of coffee. I have to exchange for water. My coffee is finished. So yeah, cheers. Wonder if the coffee level actually goes down then. Alright, we're reaching 370 as you can see. So I'll just leave the throttles in climb mode and we should be good to go. Let's see, I can receive Rotterdam ATIS already, but not Amsterdam ATIS. Amsterdam approach is online, so I'll just make sure that I tune that frequency already, 1212. I was just wondering whether there's any particular nav radio. Oh, there we go. I suppose the ILS will be just automatically tuned, right? Nothing goes wrong. If I just selected the ILS 06, yeah, it should be 110.55. That's correct. Of course, it takes a little while before we actually start the descent phase, but anyway. When I receive ATIS, I can make sure that we prepare for the descent phase. Oh, can we actually drink the coffee? Can we actually do something with it? Maybe. Oh, oops. Yeah, there we go. That was the coffee. Now I spilled it all over the cockpit, I guess. Can we call up another one? if we unlock the door. No, no one comes in. I guess that was our coffee, guys. Quick one. Must have been a cold coffee then. Yeah, footrests are also moving. That's kind of funny. So, we'll have a nice evening here. As you can see if we can get another wing view for you. There we go. I'm also looking forward to the release of the other version, the A320-21, which will also have the other type of winglets. And yeah, since it's cruise phase now, I maybe have some time to answer some questions for you guys. So feel free to leave any if you have them. The aircraft will just happily cruise along, I hope. I hope that the weather radar is also working. I know that it does not use active sky, which I kind of find interesting, so I'm just wondering how it will translate into actual trail weather, whether that will be accurate. But I don't think there should be any significant weather. Alright, any questions? Is the coffee moving in turbulence? No, I don't think so. I think that will hit the frame rates a bit too much. Max, yeah, we need a spoon to stir the coffee. Oh, I have my coffee black usually. Plain Boeing, I ain't going, yeah. I'm afraid I cannot say that anymore. I've been on an Airbus in real life, first of all. I'm now flying it on VATSIM, so that's kind of interesting. Have I ever joined a virtual airline, and if so, which is my favorite? No, I've never joined a virtual airline. I simply don't fly that much, and when I do fly, I just prefer to pick my own airline and not being bound to, you know, a restriction to make a couple of flights per month or something, one flight a month. Sometimes even one flight a month doesn't work out actually. If I would have joined a virtual airline 3 months ago, I would have already been kicked out at this point because I did not really fly that much. Would be great to see some Norwegian flights. Hola, yeah. Yeah, I think I will feature Scandinavia once again. Maybe, you know, actually Sweden was online for most of the part, I think, tonight. I think Scandinavia will definitely be featured in the future again. I like flying there with the... I like Bergen, for example, very nice airport. Florian, are you enjoying flying the Airbus? Yeah, so far it works out. It's, you know, I'm just hoping that during the approach in Amsterdam not too much stuff happens. I'm just kind of relying on you guys right here, the Airbus experts in the in the chat room. Of course, the delay between the chat and the actual flight here is not very helpful, but anyway, I hope we'll survive. Yeah, so far it's flying nicely. Yeah, it's weird. That's all I can say. Hope the landing will be okay. Of course, I cannot tell. Yeah, it's a bit weird to fly with this joystick, which is right-handed again. Of course, it's also it would be positioned a little bit more towards me, a little bit lower, and if you would fly the real Airbus. So that's a bit different, but anyways, it works out. The systems work fine. The FMC programming was fine most part. But you know, yeah, I just like taking out the Boeing. You know, you kind of grew up with that, so it's very easy to program the FMC and just get it going. And you know, when you try a new aircraft, you really have to think again. how does this work, and you have to read manuals and watch videos. So I'm not sure how much time I will have that in the upcoming months to actually really fully understand all the Airbus systems. But you know, I think this kind of shows, you know, if you have good experience with other aircraft, switching to an aircraft like this, at least knowing the basics and being able to fly it on VATSIM is not that difficult. It will become more difficult probably once we have to do abnormal procedures, or you know, when the aircraft starts doing something we don't expect. I think then we might run into some trouble. We never know. So anyway, we'll see. Bye bye, Simon. Remember, you can always tune in back for landing. Make sure you tune in by about 1955 Zulu. Where's the clock again on this aircraft? There's also something wondering. Oh yeah, it's here in the middle, 1922. So make sure to tune in about half an hour, and at that point we'll probably be in the final approach towards Amsterdam. Let me see. Fuel prediction, yeah, Amsterdam 2002. We'll have plenty of fuel left. So we should be able to do another go around and then divert to an alternate. Alternate, by the way, is Rotterdam Airport. Any more questions? What's your favorite call sign? By Julian. Good question. Speedbird is always nice. I like Kalida Air as well, and which is Kani, and then also Atlas Air, which is giant. Kind of like those call signs. I'm looking now at VATMap. There's a lot of EasyJets in the sky right now. I'm sure you will see some more Airbus flying around. So just if the iPad works this time. No, it doesn't. Let me see if I can fix the. Let me see if we can disconnect the mirroring surface and then reconnect. So I can show you the location on VATMap. If it wants to work, of course. Yeah, we got something. Yeah, there we go. We're back. As you can see, we're now passing over Hull. Starting a left turn now to fly over the North Sea, and then we got some EasyJets right here. As you can see, Amsterdam approach is online. Very nice. Oh, we're getting some speed increase right now. Throttles are reducing a little bit. So yeah, so far so good, right? No significant weather, which is kind of good if you're flying an aircraft like this for the first time. You don't want to put yourself in too much trouble flying in bad weather or whatever. Any more questions? Let's see. The turn is very sharp, by the way. I'm not sure if that's very realistic. The Boeing would be a much more smoother turn, I guess. But we're surviving. Night's kind of falling. Let me see if we can kind of reduce the floodlights right here. Don't think we really need it. There we go. Seems like there's a big floodlights on somewhere. Or is it just me? There must be other light buttons here. Here's the MCB, or whatever that's called in the Airbus. Yeah, what else? No, there's the overhead light switch right here. Already found that one. So, Dolas. After Dolas, our top of descent, as you can see on the navigation display, is right here. So that's already pretty soon. I cannot receive Amsterdam ATIS, which is kind of weird. So I'll answer some more questions, and then I'll hopefully have an idea which runway is active at Amsterdam. Yeah, FCU on Airbus, that's right. Florida and I'm gonna fly the 787 soon. Yeah, I'm not sure. I hope they release an update to Quality Wings. It would be nice to receive an update because it just doesn't perform as well as, for example, this airplane or PMDG airplanes. I'm kind of also hoping for the PMDG 747-8. Yeah, and the 787 is also one of those aircraft that I still have to discover. Yeah, where's the dome light exactly? Is it up here? Oh, dome lights, yeah. Ah, there we go, that's better. Dim and bright, yeah. Thanks for the tip. Maybe we can put it to dim. Doesn't need to be fully dark. Yeah, that looks a lot better actually. Kind of create a nice atmosphere in the cockpit. Goodbye, Bert. Thanks for the wishes for the landing. I hope it's going to be a nice landing. Again, if you want to wait for the landing, make sure you tune in at about, well, let's say 1955 UTC. That would be a good point. Anyway, we got the ATIS here of Amsterdam, so I'm just going to request the controller info. Yeah, we can also listen to it, why not? 13297. Let's take a listen. So we have the latest info and know what to expect, and then we can plan the arrival.
Kilometers. View 3,400 feet. Temperature 14. Dew point 9. QNH 1023 hectopascal. No significant change. End of information, Charlie. This is people information, Charlie. Main landing runway 36 right. Main takeoff runway 36 left. Transition level 40. 320 degrees 6 north. Visibility 10 kilometers. View 3,400 feet. Temperature 14. Dew point 9. QNH 1023 hectopascal. No significant change. End of information, Charlie.
Alright. So actually we got a different runway this time. We got runway 36 right, which is interesting because that's not really an airport or a runway that you'll land on that often. Mostly, you know, you have runway 06 active or something. So, is the camera behind me frozen? No, that's interesting. Yeah, good point. Maybe it's overheated or something. Let's see if I can fix it. Not sure why that's happening. You know, there's always something that breaks. Huh, interesting. No. It doesn't seem to be working anymore. Why not? Anyone with OBS Studio experience knows why that would happen? I'm not sure. Yeah, maybe the camera will explode. Well, it's not on fire, the light's still on, so not sure why it's not working. I'll just turn it off for now and then prepare for the approach first of all. I think that's more important at this stage. Anyway, we have to enter a new approach, so Amsterdam 06 arrival. We're gonna be flying the ILS 36 right, and we're still gonna have the LAMSO 2 Alpha. Inserts. Okay, so I'm just gonna check the arrival. At Amsterdam. See our top of descent is approaching soon. So we'll arrive at LAMSO. We then fly via Edinburgh, and then we enter Vatsugol. Restriction is in there. Flight level 250, flight level 1 or speed 250, flight level 100 max, and then we'll probably direct to Echo to 636. We'll probably get vectors at that point, so that should be okay. Echo Hotel 636 to, yeah, that's correct. So we fly the ILS approach to runway 36 right. Now I do need to select the minimums. The go around procedure, by the way, should be relatively easy. Inform ATC immediately, track 003, climb to 1500 feet. At 2.8 north of Sherpa Lima, climb to 2000 feet. Okay, so first to 1500, then to 2000 feet. Minimum for this approach, we'll take 228 on the Barrow. There's an aircraft on TCAS right here. See if we can get visual contact. Good point by Captain Aaron that you have to initiate the descent yourself. I think I've heard that before indeed, so yeah, we'll have to make sure that by the time we reach that point we start our descent. We'll see how that works out. What I wanted to do is, first of all, descent, approach phase, landing speeds. Approach speed is going to be 132, transition level is 4000 actually, or flight level 40. And then we have on the Barrow, I'll hide the iPad for you guys. We have 228. So that's the minimums, right? This should be correct. I think that's pretty much it. Landing config 3. What does that exactly mean? Anyone knows? I think it has something to do with the flaps. So I think we should not go further than flaps 3. Is that right? Let me see in the comment section if anyone can shed a light on that. In the meantime, I can see if I can get the other webcam functioning again. Really not sure why it froze. It's kind of pity. Now it's pretty much dead. That's a shame. Flaps 3 are full. Alright, then in that case I think we should be fine. So how do we initiate the descent phase? Do we just select the lower altitude and then I guess we can just push it, right? To activate the descent profile, let's first descend to about flight level 100 or something. I think that should be okay. Let me see if I can turn up the lights a little bit. No. There we go, that's better. Some floodlights. Okay. So how would I change that config? Can I change that to full or something? I guess landing with flaps 3 is fine. Actually, I want to vacate at the end of runway 36 right, so we don't have to taxi that much. Oh yeah, let's do an auto brake low then actually. Okay, so we're passing our top of descent, right? Pretty much, surely. Can we see exactly when we pass it? I think we passed it right now. Descent, right? Push the button right now, so we should now go into descent mode. There we go. It seems to be working. Ah, click on full, yeah. Alright, in that case we'll end with full flaps. Approach speed is going to be 132 in that case. Alright, we're descending pretty fast. I hope that's okay. Inito flight level 305. Yeah, that seems to be correct so far. Just gonna tune down the lights a little bit up here. Yeah, I'm sorry guys that the rear camera is not working anymore. It's a shame. Of course, I don't want to break anything else right now. Oops, OBS is stopped responding. No good. Can you guys still see me? No, better not fiddle around with it too much. Anyway, we're descending, so let's focus on the approach. Speed is quite high. Wonder how it manages the speed exactly. Zoom a little bit in on the navigation display. And I think we can contact Amsterdam approach once we are near Sugel. Should be getting a contact me message. Then hopefully we'll get further heading instructions. The attitude seems very pitched down, isn't it? Yeah, rate of descent is crazy. It's like 3,500 feet per minute. That's quite high. So I hope that's all correct. More drag. Are you sure? Just wondering where we can see the exact profile. We have to cross Bukut at flight level 255. Yeah, I think we're gonna be fine. Yeah, indeed, the nose is diving pretty much. It says more drag, but I'm not really sure about that. Maybe a little bit then. That will use the spoilers. Boom. That works pretty similar to Boeing. Yeah, it's a bit shaky because that axis is rather old. So guys, I hope you are all settling in for landing. Let's see how this will go. The nose is really down. I really don't like the speed indication on the Airbus. I'm not really sure what my speed is right now. Like, it's just a little yellow bar, but it's not very clear. But we're doing good still, I hope. Let's see, you have to cross Lamso, flight level 231. Yeah, I think we're catching up nicely. So we got approach online, we got, well, we don't got tower, we do got ground, so we'll probably contact ground right after landing. Okay, I think drag is not required anymore. The purple circle on the PFD indicates the VNAV profile. Okay. I see right now. So that's next to the altitude indicator. So it seems we're doing well. I guess something similar for the speeds. It would just want to hold 280 right now. Just wondering what the other magenta lines above that speed indication are. Yeah, I normally fly Boeing, Adam, so I'm really used to that. So this is kind of weird for me in a way. Hey, thanks for the donation, Grossi. He often flies on VATSIM, got PMDG, but I just can't fully get my head around it. Maybe you could help me someday, no worries. Anyway, safe landing. Thank you very much, yeah. Thanks very much for your kind donation. Yeah, maybe I'm gonna make some tutorials about the PMDG aircraft. Of course, you can also watch my VATSIM full flights. There are plenty of flights out there where I use the PMDG 737, so that should be fun. It's a shame that the rear camera doesn't work anymore. We won't see that much yoke action anyway. I'll try one more time, but I just don't think it's gonna work. I'm afraid. It's not responding again. C922 webcam, yeah. Cancel. Again, before I get a crash, I'm just not gonna fiddle around with it. Alright, we seem to be doing quite well on the descent profile. We might need a little bit more drag. Side stick versus yoke? Well, I'm not sure. I think I like the yoke better, personally. But of course in the real world that's way different, right? Cannot really judge that. But when you look at the cockpit, it's very nice, right? Maybe I can just show you around a little bit. Get a bit of a different view. Is that nice? Really like the lighting of the cockpit, actually. Not bad. There we go. So, the frames are going to be probably a little bit lower right now. So just keep that in mind. Just want to wait for a contact me message. See how we're doing. And again, once we land at Amsterdam, we can expect a hotel gate, probably. That's where all the EasyJets park. And the Ryanairs, the cheap flights. Looks to be nice and busy at Amsterdam. Quite a bit of traffic around, so that's good. So let's see. I hope we'll get a contact me message. Otherwise we might have to fly direct to Sherpa-Palima after Schiphol. Just to be sure, I'm going to enter that right here. I can enter that right safely. Sherpa-Palima. This one. Yeah. So that's actually correct. Send profile is going a bit nuts right now. Again, I really have to read the manuals to look up all these indications. It does fly a bit weird. It does want to put the nose down like crazy. I'm not sure if that's normal behavior for an Airbus. Probably not. Put the spoilers back up. We're on profile right now. Yeah, the FS Labs probably does a better job at this. Although I think it's something that Aerosoft can fix. You need to get proper feedback, right? Got some nice clouds, as you can see. Rex Skyforce 3D at work. And indeed, this aircraft does have true glass, which is very nice. So we'll just fly to Sherpa-Palima. We'll initially descend to 7,000. Flight level 70. And it looks like we're reducing speed right now. The profile is kept pretty well, so that's good. It's not normal Aerosoft bug, yeah. So far in the flight, do you enjoy the Airbus? Yeah, I enjoy the looks of the Airbus. I'm just not. I need more. I need to read more on these systems, you know, to really get to know all the indications. Because sometimes it can be very confusing. So I've selected 7,000 right now. We'll direct Sherpa-Palima. Speed, yeah. And if we don't get a contact me, I'll just contact the controller myself, probably. And otherwise we'll just factor ourselves around a little bit. Okay, we seem to be back on profile. I've let's see if we can sort of arm the speed brakes again for landing. Do you actually need to arm it for landing, or is it... Okay, we'll keep descending to 7,000. And I'm assuming the ILS has been tuned manually. Radio nav 111.95. Yeah, that's correct. Inbound course is 003. That's indeed correct. So that should be good to go. Oh wow, look at those lights. I've actually not made many flights with Orbex the Netherlands at night time, but it looks really good. Look at those orange. That looks actually very realistic. If you arrive in the Netherlands flying at night or in the morning, you will really recognize the orange glow of the lights. Very nice. Yeah, I think I'll contact ATC myself, so just to be sure. Just gonna listen on the frequency. Hope everything is okay. Maybe we're a bit early. Wow, look at those lights. Isn't it beautiful? See the first officer's view. Look at that. I think the frame rate should be kind of okay. Yeah, let's contact approach. I do want to get vectors. I do have mode Charlie, so he should have received
060, descend to 2000. Clear now is approach 36, flight approach 123.
Simple approach, goedenavond, easy 6925 inbound Sierra Papa Lima, passing flight level 73.
Easy 6925, goedenavond, ik heb helaas slecht nieuws. Ik heb bezoek en mezelf voorgenomen om in de flight te gaan. Dus het wordt helaas geen ATC op grond. Wat is hier komen? 122, test veilige landing.
Geen probleem, dan gaan we naar grond zo meteen en voor de Unicom 122.8, easy 6925. Tot ziens. Alright, so bad news guys, no ATC. 1218 it is. So I'm gonna vector myself around right now, which is kind of relaxed, so we can enjoy the nice views at least here at Amsterdam. So he told me in Dutch he has a visitor, so he unfortunately we arrived a little bit too late, I guess. So the next frequency is going to be ground. For now we're back on Unicom. I think I'm going to just vector myself around. It's going to pull the knob then to initiate a manual descent, right, to 3000, I think. Or doesn't that work? Yeah. And then let's fly, let's say heading 180 for now. 180. Yeah, it's a shame, isn't it? 180, there we go. And can we do something with the speed as well? Let's get the speed back to 220 for now. Luckily I'm kind of familiar with the area, so I can just kind of play around. And we'll wait till we receive an ILS signal. So just gonna have VATMap open by my side, so make sure I don't hit any other traffic. I don't think I'm gonna type too much in Unicom because theoretically you don't have to arm the spoilers, but arming spoilers is the standard procedure because it gives you a logic that deploys a spoiler sooner. Okay, that makes sense. Nice. Okay. So, we'll just vector ourselves around, but look at this view. I mean, even though the flight dynamics are maybe a little bit off and the system still needs some tuning, it's the combination of this cockpit with the lights here, down here with Orbex Netherlands. You know, now that there's no ATC, I can kind of play around with the views right here. Look at that. If you watch that KLM Airbus video, that cockpit video that they once made in the A330, man, this looks pretty damn similar. Very, very nice. Anyways, we got an airplane to land, right? Don't wanna fiddle around too much. So let's see. We're gonna start the approach. We can start at 3,000 or 2,000. I'm just gonna select 2,000 for now. Oh, I pushed the button. We're still on optimum descent until we reach 2,000. I guess we can turn a little bit left. Just checking TCAS in the meantime, make sure there's no other traffic. How is the... Oh yeah, that's a good point. I have to put on Lima Sierra, little... what is it? What does it actually stand for? Is it the ILS without the I, without the instrument? Just landing system. So now we do indeed have some indications, that's right. Yeah, I'm just gonna head for, as you can see, I'll just zoom in for you guys. I'm just gonna head for Echo Hotel 636 here. Which normally would have to be at 2,000, so yeah, you just kind of play around with that. We're doing nicely. Maybe we want to reduce to 180 for now. Oh yeah, good point. When do I have to put out the flaps? I'm really not sure about that. If anyone could tell me. Landing system, yeah. So at the green dot, or does it actually indicate some sort of flap symbol? Just wondering. I guess so, because about now we do want to have some flaps out, or slats at least. Flaps 1. And I'll turn to base right now. Spending 090. There's no other traffic on final as far as I can see, so we should be good to go. And indeed, ground is still online, so we'll be able to contact ground shortly. QNH, good point. Yeah, we've passed our transition altitude. I'll quickly check the current QNH. QNH 1023. Oh, what was that? Oh, no, I don't want that. 1023. And I guess we want to arm some sort of approach mode soon as well. We're doing fine. Let's reduce speed to 160. I'm kind of freestyling right now, as you can see, with the manual modes of the Airbus, but so far it's so good. Let's update VATMap just to make sure that everything is okay. I guess I want to put some more out. Set the flaps at 2. And I will make a turn heading 030 shortly. When you go below green dot, speed flaps 1. Alright. We'll remember that for next time. Okay, let's head 030 and arm approach modes. Oh. It's already in localizer mode, apparently. Nice. So, there we go. We're approaching Amsterdam. Hope you're all seated for landing. Not sure what the navigation system has drawn there. A weird circle. Anyways. We seem to be doing well. Our distance is 6.9 miles. 36 right. I'll just quickly report on Unicom that I'm final 36 right. So much stuff to do, huh? Seatbelt sign, yeah. Let's get the landing lights on as well this time. There we go. Okay, we seem to have stabilized. Gonna get the speed back to 140. I think that was our final approach speed. I'll just check one more time very quickly. 132 actually. Yeah, that's pretty low. Is that correct? Not even sure. Let's do flaps 3 then. Runway is in sight. And we'll just do 132. Distance is 4.2 miles, so indeed we want to have gear down. And I'll select full flaps. And I'll try to land manually, that would be kind of nice, right? Traffic taking off 36 left. Alright. Well, let's see what happens. I did configure
1000.
autopilot, auto throttle disconnect buttons. The frames are low, as you can see. It's just a heavy scenery. I hope the sim survives, you never know. Okay, we're stabilized. Gonna disconnect all the automation and land manually, hopefully. And then we'll hopefully get a nice instruction from ground, 1218.
Approaching. 3.
Here we go.
Right.
And then we need to hear the sound or something. Yeah. Oh, don't want to spool up too much. Okay, this feels really weird.
500.
It's unfortunate you cannot see the rear camera view right now, but
400.
it's very weird to fly with this side stick.
300.
It's really dark, isn't it? I'm messing up a little bit.
200.
It's very difficult to fly with low frames as well.
100. 70. Minimum 60.
Continue.
50. 40. 30. Retard. 20.
Oh
Retard.
man.
5.
Alright. Again, I'm not sure about the call-outs during landing. It was kind of late landing, as you can see. The frames are just too low at this airport. That's why I don't feature it that much during live streams, because sometimes it's just impossible to make a nice landing with the low frames. Okay. Auto brakes are disengaged, and we'll take the next exit. There we go. So late landing was not that bad. And I'll quickly try to report vacated if possible. And we'll vacate right here. Nice. Okay, at least we survived the landing. It was absolute horrible landing, to be honest. But okay. Let's vacate first, because there's traffic behind us. Also monitoring Unicom just to be sure. And I'll report vacated. That's why it's nice to have ATC, you know. Anyways, we contact ground. The flaps back up. Oops. Landing lights off. The strobe lights off. Oh, there's an auto switch actually. That's nice. Okay, I think we vacated. I think we vacated Echo 5, but I'm not sure. Subground, goedenavond, Easy 6925, vacated runway 36 right.
Easy 6925, goedenavond, taxi gate Delta 31.
Delta 31, Easy 6925. Okay, that's interesting. So we actually get a Delta gate, which is not something I expected. We vacated Echo 4 actually, so we're now at Alpha 12, turning left here. Delta 31, right? So I have to look it up. I hope you guys enjoyed the landing though. Again, there's gonna be some ATC.
Easy 178 Hotel, taxi Hotel 2 flying Quebec.
Okay.
Flying Quebec, he's 178 Hotel.
I've identified Delta 31. It's actually like in the pier. If you have a ground chart, I'll show it to you actually. There you go, Delta 31. It's right there. So it's like an kind of like a fork. It looks like, so it's within the fork. I got to say, this was exciting. Yeah, easy should be at hotel normally. So that's why I was also surprised, because of course you kind of, you know, in your mind you prepare that you're going to taxi to the hotel pier, but we received the Delta gate, so yeah. Anyway, maybe the real flight actually parks at this gate. I know that the Dutch fact they use a gate system. Let me start the APU in the meantime. To assign, you know, real-world gates to real-world aircraft, so maybe that's why. Anyway, we're gonna turn right here, and Delta 31 should be here on our left. As you can see, it's very difficult to fly on low frame rates. But anyway, oh, I got to hide the iPad for you guys. There's a nice KLM 737 parked here. If you're wondering about the model matching that I'm using the new Fly, which is a combination of Boston Virtual AI and vPilot AI. Anyways, let's park, and then we're gonna quit the streams, I guess. I hope you guys enjoyed the landing, though, even though the frames were very low and it was a bad landing, but you know, we survived, and it was good to experience the Airbus, and it kind of goes to show that you really do need the time to prepare for all of that, and fly the aircraft offline first, because if it would be more busy and, you know, more trouble, then I'm not sure how I would have handled it. Anyway, let's park. Nice automated docking system. Stop. There we go. Parking brake is set. APU should have taken over, so we'll switch the engines off. There we go. Turn the APU bleed on. Oh, oops, wrong button. Where was the APU bleed again? Right here, right? Yeah, APU bleeds. There you have it, guys. I gotta say, that was very exciting. I'm not sure what made it more difficult to landing, whether it was just the low frame rates or it being an Airbus. I think it was an awful combination of the two. But you know, did I like it? I'm not sure. It's, you know, just being familiar with the 737 is kind of nice. You know how to operate it also in circumstances where the frame rates are low, but in this case, you know, it's not just it being an Airbus, it's also the hardware, like the joystick that I have here. You know, you cannot make very fine corrections unless you really calibrate it properly. But let me switch frequencies really quick. You know, that all plays a role. You know, I'm sure in the real Airbus it feels much more smooth. You know, it's a very nice side stick. It's ergonomically designed in such a way to, you know, allow you to be able to make those fine corrections. But you know, it's kind of weird. The Airbus corrects itself as well, you know, during the approach, and you know, you kind of have a feeling that you have to give a lot of manual input, but I think I gave a little bit too much input. You know, on all my landings with the Airbus so far, I've really made late landings. Maybe I should just let the airplane do its thing a little bit more. Anyway, guys, I hope the chat room is doing well. Thank you, Aviator South Africa. BT on Bart, yeah, fly Norway sometime. Who knows? On the next flight, I think there will be better frame rates at least. Yeah, good point. Let's disengage the seatbelt sign. There we go. Release the passengers from this horrible landing. Well, I'm not sure. The landing was not that hard or something, but it was just late. Something. Got some messages on VPilot as well. Thanks Sonan, delivery controller, for the wishes. Yeah, it was a good landing, I hope. Anyways, guys, I'd like to thank you all for joining. I hope you enjoyed this video. You learned something as well from all the other people in the chat room. I thank you all for participating. If you're a patron, by the way, head over to the Aviation Pro Patreon Lounge. I will be kind of having a post-slide chat with you guys, which should be nice. I will disconnect this stream and then kind of hang out with you guys and talk about this landing and about the channel or any topic that you want to discuss. Of course, it's a little bit later now than expected, but it will definitely be nice. So I hope to see you there at least, and I'd like to wish you a good evening. Hopefully there will be more Airbus flights in the future. I'm going to study this aircraft a little bit more offline first, reading the manuals and then making some offline flights, and then also get used to using the side stick and the fly-by-wire system. If I have enough time, of course, you know, it all remains to be seen. I think lastly what I wanted to say, what we can also see that the Aerosoft Airbus does need some tweaking, I think. You know, it started diving like crazy at some point. Let me just turn off the TCAS as well, we don't need that. But the cockpit looks really nice, they really did a good job on that, but I think the systems could use a little bit more tweaking. Anyways, guys, have a good night. Thank you all for joining in. Pilot Panis, let's take a look. Who else do we got? Nick, Julian, thank you very much for joining, and I hope to see you all next time. So let me quit the stream right now. For that I need to go back up here. Oh, I've got a lot of windows open. It's crazy, you know. Anyways, take care guys, see you next time. Yes.